Technology has impacted the way we live for quite a while now. A lot of people can't imagine not having their phone for one day or not using the internet at all. Now, in schools and for work, people are using technology every day as a resource. Technology has changed a lot over the years. Even the iPhone evolved. Also, now we have driverless cars, and before, we didn't even have cars. Now, let's take a deeper look into how technology evolved over the 8 technology time periods. The Stone Age was a time where stone was used to make tools. This improved diet and enhanced security and enabled early humans to increase the population. It also made the gradual domestication of animals in agriculture, which led to settled communities. The artifacts include stone axes, bone needles, hearth sites, leatherwork, and other things to help them maintain their food source. This is the Bronze Age. This was an architectural period that included combining copper and tin to produce bronze. It was 2300 BC to 700 BC. It impacted history because the use of bronze replaced stone tools and allowed humans to greatly alter their environment. They used artifacts such as bronze, jewelry, tools, and weapons. Next is the Iron Age. This was a period marked by the prevalent use of iron or steel. It went from 700 BC to 450 AD. The impacts on history were that military dominance for cultures that could produce iron weapons. The iron blade plow allowed humans to increase food production. Also, the artifacts were iron farming equipment, weapons, manuscripts, and other tools. Some examples of the engineering design during the Iron Age was that Greek engineers created the crossbow and catapult to conquer territories. Also, Roman engineers created adequate systems, sanitary systems, and an extensive road system. Next is the Middle Ages. This was from 450 AD to 1400 AD. It increased the pressure from invasion led to depopulation and deurbanization. Also, there were lots of new discoveries, such as the windmill, which produced mechanical labor, the printing press, and many other important things. The Renaissance period was marked by the revival of classical influence and the sharing of ideas. The time period was from 1400 AD to 1750 AD. There's a lot of instrumentation that enabled scientists to observe and quantify natural phenomena. This was an impact of history. Telescope, microscope, and thermometer were all created during this time. The Industrial Age was a period marked by the first use of complex machinery, factories, and urbanization. It was from 1700 AD to 1950 AD. Economic expansion created the rise of professionals, population expansion, and improved standard of living. Electricity, automobiles, airplanes, radio, television, telephones, and rockets were all created during this time. Next is the Information Age. This is a period marked by information sharing, gathering, manipulation, and retrieval. This was from 1950 AD to 2015 AD. As information becomes more widely available, increasing numbers of people will be empowered. Artifacts were the circuit, computer, nuclear power, and digital camera. Currently, we're in the Second Machine Age. This started in 2015 AD. Digital technologies change rapidly, but organizations and skills aren't keeping pace. As a result, millions of people are being left behind. Artifacts include driverless cars. The first calculator was created in the 1600s, and it was called the abacus. This was developed in China in the 9th century. It was made by Blaise Pascal, the French magician, who invented the first adding machine in 1642. This was driven by gears and capable of performing mechanical addition and subtraction. Before the calculator was invented, we didn't have any way to solve quick, easy mathematical equations. The cultural impact was that this helped Egyptians make their pyramids. Later, you can calculate the percentage of people that are voting for different political leaders. This helps you determine the winner. You would not be able to do this without a calculator. The economic impact of a calculator is that without a calculator, you cannot calculate your finances or any money that you have. The social impact of the calculator is that now, instead of asking friends for help with math equations, we can just do it on the calculator. Hans Lippershey was the first person that created the telescope. He did it by accident when he tried to lay claim on a device with 3 times magnification. Galileo then invented his own to see if he could look at the sky. Before the telescope was invented, many weird theories about the sky were invented, such as that the world was flat. This could be a social impact. The cultural impact was that this changed the way religious beliefs and theories were thought, such as the goddesses and gods and also the different zodiac signs. The economical impact was that because this was invented, a lot of other people wanted to research about the sky and put in a lot of money towards this. The political impact of the telescope is that it changed a lot of political leaders' ideas about how the Earth revolved around the sun.